Do what now?
Can't hear the
Can you
fan.
hear my fan?
I don't
I don't hear it.
think I
Kind of
do.
warm in my apartment.
I don't think I hear it.
Yeah, it's kind of warm in my apartment.
Hello, everybody. We are back for our Sunday campaign. My voice might sound a little different because I'm getting over some sort of weird cold or something that struck me for the past few days. So don't mind me as I probably going to have the same voice throughout everything right now. And we're going to continue on with our story, which we were in the middle of, or possibly in the beginning of doing our kind of downtime time skip in a sense, and seeing what our heroes are up to during a 30-day time skip. Possibly 2, since we're also working on some armor for, that is, Tarnik is working on some armor. And I think we went over everyone. Last session we had a goddess of sorts visit one of our heroes. And I think Bordak ended up getting a pet. And, or at least a companion. And really...
I like it.
I know I wrote a lot, but did you happen to see my notes?
Yeah.
It.
And I was figured that that's what you were doing while you were out of the particular room here. And I figured we were going to go ahead and start with you. And we're just going to do this like a carousing sort of thing out of the, what is it, Sansers or whichever guide it is. But I was going to have you roll me a charisma, I think, persuasion roll.
Okay. Now, I get advantage on persuasion rolls. I don't remember why.
You really, as a barbarian? That's funny, actually. I would think it would be intimidation.
Yeah, so not the best, but that's why he's wanting to hire a bard.
So I guess the 10 is the best there, and that's with the advantage?
Yeah, so 10 without and 13 with.
Oh, okay, 13. All right, excellent. So we're going to jump over here. Say that you're walking out in the city somewhere. Looking for your bard.
So I imagine that, we had a court with the king and all of his entourage, and I would be talking to them about who, if they would have a recommendation, a person they might trust to do this mission, mission that I'm looking to have done.
Are you specifically the one of the bard going and retelling the story?
Yeah. I want to tell my tale to a bard. Really, my everything, just soul bearing, birth to where I'm at now, soul bearing. For spend a day telling this bard everything, with the heartfelt message of wanting to honor my family and give them back some of what I've earned, and then send this bard. But in addition to that, part of that journey is here I have all this reward, and I feel like I owe it. Some part of this should be sent back to my family, and that's why I want the guard to go with them. Hire a mercenary to be a guard for that bard, and that way they're not only, it's a little bit harder for one person to just run away with it. I would also press upon this bard that if this goes well, it could happen again. I would want future in the future. I could see myself doing this again, if I survive and all that. But so that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, we'll say that during this whole time for the sake of speed and such, that that is what has happened. And you are right on the 13. 13 was the actual DC. When you are able to find, it was going to be a lower DC, would have been a much worse board, but you made the 13, so
Good job.
so you get the best option instead of option 2. And this bard happens to be particularly a hobgoblin by the name of Rook. And Mr. Rook here, which I will place in the window here on the map. And I don't know how big your map is scrolled in or not. Maybe I'll shrink him down a little bit more. But
I see him. I don't know if you could put labels on. Oh, okay. There, very good.
there we
Wow.
Oh, wow.
He almost looks like a
That's
tiefling,
pretty
though,
cool.
with those horns.
Does look like a team.
You really
Yeah,
did.
cool.
go. And this one is the one that you happen to persuade. And you, what were you offering as far as gold, basically? To what
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know your economy, right? So, a fair wage, something that would be perhaps even a little generous for this type of a mission.
So he
I want
would
to be worth his while. Yeah.
he seems a very focused bard, and you do hear him actually sing of lore and different stories from the different travels that he's done, enough to impress you. And then he specializes in also a bone ink type of scribing, which he writes his stories and tells upon, and also uses them in order to spread into wherever he is located, as far as villages and such. And he has been known to create legends of some people, but for the most part, keeping the histories, the memories. And he will have a fee of at least 150 gold pieces a month, because he will say that his quality warrants it, and plus the materials for the scroll craft that he does.
So, I don't know the geography as well either. So, if it were to take, how long would it take him to go to my homeland, spend a week, 2 weeks there, and then I assume he'd want to travel back, right? I'd have to pay him from all that time, and then he would be hitting the bars and taverns and villages along the way just to help spread the legend. Now, I want to also emphasize, I'm not looking for him to embellish and necessarily to make Grumfar look more than he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, I want it to be accurate, but honoring to the Iron Furrow clan and yeah.
So Iron Furrow is at the eastern parts of the Spikes. So what that means is that the eastern part of the Spikes, which you are currently
Southeast.
at Kata Verpus, and Iron Furrow would be right here.
Mm-hmm.
And Miles, of course, is right here. So technically, really, it was about 18 miles a day if somebody was really pushing it. I know game terms usually says 23 miles, but so that would take about a week and a half to get there. Maybe 2 weeks, but at the most 2 weeks, we'll say. So let's say about 4 weeks return trip.
Yeah,
And so
I let's just say 300 and take as long as he needs, and that can include whatever supplies he needs, and perhaps maybe, I don't know what a mercenary would cost to go, a guard to go with him. Would he agree to that?
He would agree
provide
to
that
it
himself?
He doesn't mind having someone as long as it doesn't disrupt what his normal procedures are for the day. So he will agree to it, and then he will say, with deliverables, he will produce one full epic poem or song about Grumthar, and of course, using your specifications, not really to, push on the idea of what Grumthar has done, but basically mainly focusing on the history and memory. And it'll be suitable for his tribes and push rumors out, he would say. And then he would create a historical scroll for clan archives. And also one battle chant or verse that may be used to inspire allies and such. For if you are acquainted to or with any bards in your group, he would say he would create this battle chant verse for you. And if you were to have a bard who is proficient in singing or such, he could sing this in order to inspire the allies before combat.
Yeah, I would absolutely consult Grom on that idea.
Excellent. And aside from that, so that would be 300 a month. He would accept that.
It was 150 a month, right? And I was going to pay him for 300 so that he could. Okay, 300 a month. I guess.
Well, it's 150 gold piece a month for his services, but if you were going to pay him to come over there and come and return, you said 300 altogether.
Altogether, sure. Yeah. 300 makes sense. As long as we all sound that feels reasonable. Yeah, let's do it.
If Grumthar doesn't know much about gold pieces,
it
might feel reasonable to him.
Right.
Maybe if Grom was around, he might have been able to barter a little bit better, but that depends if you would have had Grom with you or not.
After listening to last week, it sounds like Grom has been doing a lot of his own stuff. And I don't think Grumthar would be comfortable interrupting.
Are you guys near the smith?
He would.
Because that's where Tarnik is.
He would probably not be near the smith. He would probably be off either in the markets where they would have sent it, which would be outside of the walls, where this particular part would be located.
If they were near the smith, Tarnik could have helped out with the persuasion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he would be outside of the actual walls, this particular one, into the actual large market area.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aside from that, I'll jump back over into this map again. All right. In that case, he will accept this, and before he would ever begin his travels, he would go ahead and give you that one scroll, which you can note down. Basically, what it does, this is particular for his inspiration. He would write that inspiring verse of battle, and if you were ever to talk to Grom into learning it and singing it before battle, it can give you the pretty much a minute's worth of a +2 to hit enemies for spell attacks and normal attacks. Just for the attacks, though. To hit.
Sure.
To hit.
Okay.
And you can make a note of that somewhere if you wish. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy over here. And that's the deliverables. I have a note of it, but I can send you after game.
Yeah, what was his name again?
His name was Rook.
R-O-U-K?
R-U-K-K.
R-U-K-K.
Let's go here.
And Hobgoblin, right?
Yes, Hobgoblin. I think I can do this right here. You know what? I didn't even check if Twitch was running. I'm sure Twitch is. Seems like it is.
Yeah, I'm watching it. We're
Oh,
good.
okay.
YouTube
I haven't
looked
heard
good.
anything. As a matter of fact, I might want to check the sound on that. Hold on.
The silence of you or Twitch. Let me see. And what else did we have for Mr. Grumthar here?
So
Better
researching his grandfather's history and the history of the Old War, coming up with any of his old war buddies.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And I don't know, again, that Grumthar would be suited to that. He might hire a historian or another bard. I don't know. So trying to figure this out.
Oh, yeah, you can also write this right here for the mercenary guard. Her name would be Veska. Ironbrand. Boom. Right there.
Orc.
Yeah. She seemed about the right fit for it.
Okay. Good.
And as far as that, what was the DC? Ooh, okay. Go ahead and roll me a what is this? What's going with? No, it is under history. Okay. Well, go ahead and roll me a history DC. As you are looking, and then you can also roll me a another persuasion. DCs are kind of high on those ones, just because it's more specific to.
Yep.
Because you're trying to
first
find
history.
about your grandfather, right? So yeah, it's kind of
Right.
specific about that one. So it would be a higher DC on that one.
Yeah. May not work then. Oh, nice.
Unfortunately,
It's still not enough, huh?
it's
All
still
right.
not enough.
Yeah.
And then you can try
And
to
then-
persuade somebody in order to see if you can find something. Whoa,
Oh, well, it's better.
that one's better. That one is enough to try to convince somebody to try to
Nice.
figure out and explore in depth into this. Basically, kind of an investigator in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, indeed, we'll say
Excellent.
that you'll go ahead and find a bard to do that.
Excellent. And then I had a third thing, which were the tattoos and the possibility even magic tattoos, whether that's now or eventually.
So this one, we're gonna give. So he would be.
I would assume a normal tattoo would be commonplace, right? Easy.
Yeah, normal tattoo would be common. So make a note of this guy right here.
For the bard investigator, lore keeper. Yeah.
We'll say you were able to actually convince him to take it on. A little bit of a harder quest since it's specific and not particularly within the city, but he's willing to travel and go to the Iron Furrow.
And what are his fees?
And he is, interestingly, about 50 gold pieces to start it off. And that's how much he would probably charge per the month.
Okay.
Which kind of starts giving Grumthar an idea of the other bard. It's like,
Yeah.
But the other bard was kind of doing a little bit more. And gave you a
Absolutely.
scroll anyway, so...
Right.
Alright. And you wanted to just get the tattoo of the clasp and of the turtle.
Right. So the clasp, as I described, I have there's a clasp around his cloak, and it's hitting his upper chest, and right where it would hit, just the same size as that clasp, the tattoo of that clasp on his chest. And that one, I don't know that I was really thinking any magical traits to. It could have, but I wasn't thinking that. It's a turtle where I was thinking might have some significance for perhaps a magical buff, whether it's now or eventually. That he could, call on that for some buff to his armor class or his constitution or his hit points.
Okay,
but that would be in league. So we also need to explore this concept, as I said, and whether it's through the bard or I also mentioned perhaps even a shaman. To figure out what was the significance of this turtle to my grandfather, I don't know. All right, and I haven't made it up yet, so it's something we can do together as in the game if you want.
Okay, yeah, I would say just because the tattoo for something like that, if you are wanting to add some sort of mystical, magical effect to it, you could actually go on a little bit of a mission in game in quest. I would say that your first clue, though, go ahead and roll me another persuasion. DC check and see where that falls.
Okay. My luck is I just got back from Vegas, guys, so what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Did you gamble in Vegas? Did you
I
play
did.
What do you play?
I'm a craps guy.
Nice.
I like craps. And I got my wife into it this time. She's always been a slot person before, but I think I convinced her that craps is actually more fun.
Nice.
So with that roll
Sorry,
is enough
don't
to
wanna
get you into Grishna's eyes. So now here, of course, is Grishna, being the advisor to the king himself. Grishna is the #1 shaman here, and she would accept this idea of trying to figure out about the turtle, and also if you wanted this tattoo. Since you were able to do this with the Chosen of Gonash and release and also give memory to the fallen warriors of the ruins of the dead, she, being a shaman, is very grateful for this and cleansing the lands of this decay. She's willing to accept, and she won't take any money from you.
Oh my, okay.
And for her, it would be an insult because she wants to find the history of the people. And she says to return to her, or she will send you messages, depending on where you are. But it might take some time in order to do this research. So, Grishna will help you in this. And Grishna is one of the main NPCs. I can give you her name. This one is the one that everybody's familiar with in the rest of the group. Grishna. There she is.
He's awesome.
Grand Shaman of Gonash. Grishna.
Were you adding a picture or something?
Copy that one. And she is in the wiki if you ever want to read about her. But there you go. Boom. Grishna.
Her name. Sweet.
Very nice.
All right. I think that covers everything for you in your time of downtime, right?
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
Yeah, it does. Maybe some details on that quest of how we're going to do that.
For the turtle ones or the tattoos?
Yeah, the tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah. So the details wouldn't be known just yet, as she would be probably either she's going to message you for them.
Okay, that's coming from Grishna.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
The best that she would be able to tell you is that at least to save anywhere from 1,000 500 gold to 2,000 gold pieces. If you would want this type of enchantment, is what she would tell you at least. But as far as what you will need, she will get back to you and figure out what it might need in order for preparation. And more than likely, she's heard of these tattoos. It might take a day, maybe even 2 days of tattooing, and perhaps a spiritual trance in the mid-process of it. So this is all the details that you would get from her.
Fantastic. And I'm just taking some notes, or doing my math here. Crothar. So I put 1,000 gold pieces in a purse, and I'm sending it with Rook back to my father. If not my father, then the clan. But to do that, Rook is going to get paid 300 gold pieces in addition to all the bardic work Rook is doing. Right, that's all the same thing. And then I'm setting aside 1,000 to the group for funding the group, whatever they need to better themselves, better the group, better everyone. The traveling forge, as we were talking about, that would be, in my mind, that's part of that contribution, right? Okay. And then the 50 gold pieces to Crothar for his research, and so. All right, so that leaves me more than 2,500 left for whatever else he wants to do, setting aside for the future tattoos and what other expenses he might have while he's staying there. And yeah, I think I'm good.
Now you mentioned the contributing to the party goal, basically.
Yes.
So right now, the party has 376 gold pieces, but this is before any of us got paid. So you're contributing 1,000 to that fund?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that to the fund.
Mine as well, 1,000 for me.
Okay. So right now the party has in total 2,376 gold pieces.
Correct. And anything we do for the group as a whole, we should spin through that, or we should use that to spend, like the forge,
Grom would agree.
Anything for Cub for the components for his spells and potions, I would think that would come from there. The potions he's creating isn't just for him; it's for the group.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Cub, just let Grom know if you have need of these things, because Grom is. I'm assuming you guys are allowing Grom to be the steward of the company gold, which you would keep in his bag of holding, basically.
We assume that you are the brains of the whole operation, that you can handle the business. So
it'd be a dangerous assumption, but Grom would agree, for better or for worse.
When it comes to business, you are the best in the group. Does that make?
When you say Grom is the brains, I'm literally reading the session 21 notes on the Solaire wiki. So, William will know what that means.
We'll be all right. All right. So
yes.
Okay.
All right.
I think Bordak would like to speak to the entire group individual. Like pull them all aside individually and do a leader one-on-one, make sure everything's good, all that.
Well, the last that we left off, I think, was because you had been in the little grove, and that's where you had talked and gotten your present in a way, displacer beast there.
Good, Brett.
And at that point, I remembered that I don't know where it happened, but Grom, I guess at some point, I don't know. I'm trying to remember the sequence of time. So you have gone to the little grove because Grom was going back because he met these people from his past. He told everybody about him, But then he had a conversation with Arya, and I can't remember where that conversation took place. Was that?
Well, there was a conversation with Arya, but more importantly, there was one with a Goblin King, and he said he was going to get us made counselors or constables, and so we were waiting till dawn the next day. So it would have been roughly 4 days plus 1 day, so 5th day ish.
Okay, yeah, because
Grom, when we woke up, that would have been when Grom was waiting for the Goblin King's action, basically.
okay, yeah, because he was gonna try to go. Yeah, because the Goblin King came in when you were all about to head out to go find these kids that were following this particular group, and he said he was gonna go and talk, and then I think Bordak, you then after that talk went out, right?
I was gonna go do some training, and then I got called by a goddess to come meet up.
Okay.
Hook up with a goddess?
I wouldn't exactly go that far, but I'm working.
See where it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna see where it goes.
Well, she gave you a cat, so I guess it's okay. And then I think so. Were you asleep, Grom, when you talked? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
Oh no, Arya talked to Grom when he was on the mountaintop.
Okay.
She talked to him.
So we had gone back in time.
Day. Yes, we had gone back in time because we had kind of talked about making the armor and stuff. But then when Grom was coming back to the hideout, or not the hideout, but the center of operations, he encountered those people, and he was all hungover from his hangout on the mountain. And then he came in and he's like, "Do you want to slay some murderers with me?" And then that's where we led into it. And that was roughly day 4. But then he went to sleep because the Goblin King came in. And then he was planning on basically the next day.
Okay,
the
so
kids
maybe
were ordered to come give him information, and he was going to go get them.
Maybe she came in his dream then, because I do remember they were speaking about Grom saying, "I do believe that killing these people would prevent more murders." So maybe that's what.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It must have been in the dream then.
Okay. All right. So we'll pick up right after that then, and say that so this would be the 5 days, because we already rolled for the armor that Tarnik was making and all the other things that Cub was making, as far as the what do you call it, healing potions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which now I got the toolcraft book, so I should be pretty good with that.
Yes. And then we decided we're just gonna have a mobile cart.
Yeah.
For making potions and armor and weapons. Yeah.
For sure.
Grom would be.
Now we're gonna have to get that one done.
Okay, so Will said that we're in the 5th day as all this happens, and so you were out doing your training, Bordak, and talking to a goddess, while Grom went ahead and went to bed, and I guess this would be, if you went to bed, does that mean that, because that would have been in the morning that you would have woke up, you came over here, and you were just passed out, I guess, in there, and it was during the day still then, because that would have been in the morning when you met up with him, and then the Goblin King would come in.
Yeah, I would have envisioned Grom sleeping all day and all night to try to recover from his intense hangover and illicit substance abuse on the mountaintop.
Okay.
I also believe you did not get much sleep on that mountaintop, so you were exhausted by the time you got back.
I'm going to put Grom over here.
That's what happened.
There we go. So Grom is over here, and I think Cub was working on thingamajiggers as far as potions, because he's still in the process of that synchronous time that he's working on potions. So Grom and Cub are at the base. Grumthar is probably off doing his thing right now. We'll put him right here because he's technically would be out. Well, he would be out here somewhere because he would have to be going to the market. So I'm going to put you way out here. Zoom out the map.
Now,
And then...
GM, there is a question about... sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, there's a question. I was wondering actually about this. Since Grom spent that time grieving on the mountain, and also considering what has happened, and also considering the fact that he had that conversation with Arya, where he made a pretty profound declaration of faith to Arya, do you think that it would be reasonable to assume that he has basically overcome the psychological things he was dealing with before?
Yeah, because
regarding Stylen.
Yeah, because she's definitely in a different place now, and he's kind of coming into that realization. Even though he had that vision, so he's probably just concentrating on trying to do that, and everything else is, yeah, I would say he would overcome it now.
Okay, very good.
And
I think you could overcome trauma like that. I think you just find a way to live with it.
Yeah.
Just saying, I mean.
And
that's pretty good for 5 days.
Let's see here. Well, it's been more than 5 days, technically, in a sense.
Right.
Like the whole couple weeks coming back. Tarnik would probably be at the weaponsmith then. You were over here at the forest for Bordak. Making that.
Yeah.
Good. Now, that makes better sense. And, all right, so Bordak, go ahead.
Yes.
You wanted to try to grab people and such. We'll say it's like maybe a couple hours. Maybe you trained. Who knows? Maybe you're just chilling with your new beast friend.
I would have tried to make sure that the beast understands that, I would have tried to make a bond with the beast as best I could.
Well, this beast
And then I would-
technically doesn't have much of a resistance to make a bond with, because you can tell it's not like a normal displacer beast. That one would definitely have some sort of a hard time bonding with. This one seems to be different in mentality. It doesn't have it still has its own personality, but it's not aggressive or being defensive against you.
Good. Then, and I guess if we're good, I'll head back to the barracks. And I decided to name him after my former chieftain.
Yeah, okay.
Drogoth.
Nice.
One who taught me everything. Especially how to be noble and honorable in battle.
Oh, on that
Then
note,
I'll head back to the
I'm also
barracks.
gonna, as you were heading back, Grom,
Yes.
on your character sheet, I did put the feat for Arya. Though Arya is not
nice.
one of the main Pantheon ones, so unfortunately it doesn't break the 20 limit for the charisma. But you did get some pump ups on the other two, insight and I forgot the other one. But
Nice.
Very nice.
But if
very
you do become a
nice.
cleric, though, you will get her spells.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
All right, Grom, way to go.
He finally has a god.
Welcome to the ED Following Club.
Now the feat, I don't know that I see it here. Crafter to proficiency discount, fast crafting. I have the lucky feat.
If anything,
What's her-
you'll
what-
go under feats and then go down to the bottom.
It should be
Most
under
of the-
features
most
and
of those
traits.
are the-
Under features
Yeah.
and traits.
I'm looking at the bottom, but I don't see it. If I go to manage feats, I don't see.
Manage
Yeah.
feats.
Yeah, right under
Sometimes
manage
you need
feats.
to refresh D&D Beyond for new things to pop up.
Yeah, sometimes you might
Oh,
have to do
did you
that.
just add it recently?
You know what? That's a good idea.
Oh, and also, you might not have it because I know I have a copy of it on the campaign, but under manage and your home, when you go into manage, I had to go into the home tab and make tick the homebrew.
Oh.
I don't know if me ticking it makes it tick on yours, but if not, you can go in there. I don't know if the instance is the same instances.
I don't see it. I don't see it in my feats list. But if I
Yeah,
go-
so you might have to go into manage and then go to the home tab and then see if your homebrew is ticked on there under the character builder.
check it out.
Yes. I always make sure that homebrew's there. That way you get the good benefits that our DM allows us to have.
Okay, the homebrew is definitely checked. We're cycling through now. New character sheets. What is the
I can
feat
definitely
called?
see Arya's blessing in the. I can see
On
it
your side?
on my side.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Interesting. In my feats section, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Arya's
So you
blessing.
click on manage feats
Manage feats.
and then go down to homebrew. Or close all the other ones till there's only a homebrew.
Oh, I see. Oh, Arya's blessing.
There you
Oh,
go.
it shows delete, but not add. So.
Oh, yeah, it's because I already added it to
Okay.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So it's already there. I just don't see it on my sheet.
Yeah. If you're under
Well,
manage feats and button where it says feats under features and traits. So you have
Yeah.
action, spells, inventory, and features and traits. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you should say Arya's blessing down there at the very
It is
bottom.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
I do see
Yeah,
it.
there.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, there
Excellent.
we go. Now we're on.
Yeah,
the
heck
same
yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
so
pretty good feats.
there should be on the feats under the homebrew, right under Arya's blessing, where it says delete, right under there, if you ever become a cleric, it says Arya's clerical specials.
Oh,
So
yes.
you can
Okay,
actually click on those if you ever become a cleric, and you would get those free spells right there.
I don't know that Grom is gonna. I thought about it, but then I kind of thought maybe that wasn't quite his character. Maybe he may not go the cleric path.
It's okay. Everybody has their preference.
Heck yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you. Super awesome.
And now, sorry,
hail
Mordek, back to
Maria.
you.
No. I'm just glad we got that straightened out now that he knows. But no, I would probably head back to the barracks and see who's there. I'm guessing it's Cub.
Yeah, if you head back, you would find Cub and Grom now. Since we're on the correct time, that would be
Sleep.
in Tickles. Tickle, I think.
Yeah.
So Grom is
Tickle.
asleep. Whoa.
Cub. I know you're
Yes?
busy, but I just wanted you to know that I am happy that you are part of our team. I'm grateful that you are willing to keep us in good health. I know you have a rough time of it sometimes, but you truly do belong with our family, with our clan.
Well, the way that Tonic says it, I don't.
That's his way, but don't worry about him. I see the good you have to help us. Trust me, you are exactly where you need to be. He'll
I
get up,
see it's just.
put his hand on you.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna do?
I'm gonna get up, put my hand on his shoulder. You truly belong with Bazgoth.
I'm gonna brush your hand off my shoulder and like, it's like, I don't belong anywhere. Okay. When I look at everybody
Yeah.
here in this group, I see one that hates me, a leader that abandoned us, and decides to show up when the team's falling apart. A singing lunatic cow that somehow manipulated into or binding an elven child's soul, and now she's gone, and I failed to save her life. Or save both their lives.
We all did. We all failed her.
It's like I'm not a part of this group or anything. So for all I know, I was like,
You
I'm
are.
just nothing.
You are more than you realize.
No, you
are
are
valued
wrong.
part. No, Cub. You are wrong. Trust me. You truly belong here with us. Don't worry about the others right now. They do see your value. That's why he pushes you so hard. Tarnik sees it as well. He knows that you could do better. We all do. That's why he pushes you the way he does. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's his way. I know you are capable of much more. You are a true valued brother to me.
When you say that, first I was like, wrong. I'm not capable of anything. I am nothing.
You are capable of a lot more than you realize. And when you see it, you'll understand.
Leave
We are
now,
all-
Borak. I need to be alone.
Fine. You are our brother.
Go!
Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna walk out the door. That one's going to be a challenge.
As he leaves, I start noticing, it's like, I'm feeling like something in my body is messing with me itself. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on with me itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just basically stay, I lock up the room itself so that way no one can bother me.
I just, if I really wanted in, I'll get in.
I feel like if Bordak comes out into that main room, he hears Grom snoring very loudly.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You're exhausted. All right, I'm gonna head to the training grounds and train up a little more.
All right. So, training grounds for you. So we're gonna time skip a little bit. While everything's going on, Gromthar goes, finds the bard, since we retroed a little bit here to sync up time. Tarnik working on the armor, and Bordek, you training. And eventually, Cub, what do you do for the time while you were feeling this? Eventually, as the rest of the day passes on, is there a sense of clarity that returns?
For that moment that I'm starting that I'm alone, or I'm basically alone, I'm doing like it's like a meditation and a prayer to Zotia, like trying to gain a sense of clarity, or trying to get back my sanity itself directly. So,
well, as you are doing that, you can sense an ease flooding into your mind. It's kind of like a cool water that settles down the heat of what you were feeling as the day processes forward and progresses. You kind of, on automation, do what you're doing. But you know that there is a battle happening somehow. But you also feel that you are not alone, as the presence of Zotia is hovering over you somehow. You don't quite sense in the idea of tangibility, but just presence. At least that gives you some comfort. At least that might have some sort of inkling and an idea that perhaps definitely not alone in what you're trying to battle in this.
mm-hmm.
Aside from that, do you do anything else while this is happening? It does ease you. It does bring that clarity back.
Alright. So I'm gonna just go ahead and wash up or finish up the one potion that I'm brewing, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and sneak out from the barracks, like making sure if like is anyone still there in the barracks or anything like that?
I mean, just Grom snoring.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just sneak out itself directly, and I'm just gonna head over straight to I'm gonna I want to like leave town, but not fully leave town. But I just need to get back into like a forest area.
Okay. So we'll say that that's what you're doing then, heading to a forest area. And yeah, you walk beyond the walls, and I'd say it's around like 3 o'clock or so when you're doing this, and head beyond the outskirts of the city, which even beyond the walls, the city's still pretty large, but eventually you find a path and move into the forest.
So yeah.
Let me see.
So
here.
while I go there, I'll just go and I'll go back in. Oh wow, I'm small. Oh no, now I'm big. I'm like, oh, I'm small. Now I'm big.
You're tiny.
I just use reduced and a large at the same time.
I guess I don't know if you brought Tickle or not with you, but
Oh yeah, I'll have Tico with me.
okay.
Tico's never gonna leave my side.
There we go. All right, you make it to a forest area.
I was like, so while I'm there, I'm just gonna walk around try to recenter like my mind a little bit more, get it more like I felt like a control of clarity itself, but I feel like I want to take more of a stroll around the forest and trying to gain my gain. I feel like walking around the forest itself would be like my main domain of like I'll feel more truly at ease.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a just an actual save, wisdom save. Okay.
I'm gonna throw a guidance.
You're walking, guiding yourself. It's like, this feels good.
Ooh, there we go.
Tickle was the one that
Oh, wow.
used the guidance.
16.
16. All right. That sense of clarity starts hitting you as you walk into the forest. And so, as you are walking through the forest, you do sense that this presence of Zotia is a little bit stronger here, but it's able to wash away that other disturbance, that other sense that felt like was suffocating you. A sense that feels that is you, but once you gain clarity, you have an idea that is not maybe really who you really were in some past that you can't remember. You sense that it's not by nature who you are. Perhaps you were given this idea of this different conflict that you have because of outside forces that you're not really able to pinpoint because you don't have these memories. But still, you are comforted. You feel that you can breathe easier right now in the forest. Something in your past is just not right that you feel that you need to fix. And deep down you know that eventually, if you're ever going to be right, and if you're ever going to know your true path, somehow you're going to have to learn about your past. Maybe dig and finally face the fact that you have to find out why these memories aren't around anymore. And you still feel the presence of Zotia as you are thinking about this, which gives you an idea that maybe this is the correct path looking, but perhaps also needing a little bit of help.
While I'm doing that itself, or while liking that sense of clarity itself and everything, and that coming to my realizations of all this and everything, I'm gonna do a prayer for her, and it's gonna be just like I'm just gonna, as I'm praying and getting that sense of her, like her divine her divine help of restoring my mind, or like getting me back into my senses. I was like, I don't ask a lot, and I just want to know at least a sign from you of one question that I want to ask you. And that is, my one main question is this: if I stay with these people, am I dooming myself by ending their life? Or will I find peace? It's like, will I bring this group basically their demise, or will I bring peace if I stay with them? That's like I just wanted like some kind of sign from her. Just, I was like, just give me something that would gives me like a hope, a sense of like, what should I do for this path, or this path itself, you know?
Roll me a tell you what, we'll go with religion. Roll me a religion.
There you go, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And as you were there, you start seeing the wind pick up a little bit, or sensing it pick up. The breeze brushing the leaves. Pretty much the leaves dancing about you. And the breeze is pretty cool. Feels nice in this hot land, and the heat that permeates around it. And eventually you start seeing that bird starts flying about you, and you actually see almost what to you, as you thin your eyes trying to focus, off in the distance, deeper into the forest, lights. At first you're not really sure what kind of lights, then eventually it seems like there's the fluttering of wings, and you start thinking about fairies of sorts that are flying about. And one of them flies off to you, near you, and indeed it is the fairy. She looks at you as she flutters about, seems to giggle a little bit, and then it seems to wave a hand at you. What does Cub do?
I'm gonna. Is it nature to do like a, or no? I'm gonna do a history check, because I want to know about like the presence of a fairy. Like, I want to know. It's like, did I recall something about this back at the destroyed or the ruins of my circle that I woke up to? If any of that knowledge, if I was able to pick up on.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a history.
Alright, 14.
You've heard of fairies. Sometimes they can be tricksters and such. You know about that you heard rumors of talking about, especially people talking about close to the knoll thickets and the valleys of the Fae. But recalling from memory where you were once, not much that you can think of. Though this is interesting because fairies usually don't show themselves unless they know, at least from what you've heard, that they can approach someone. Usually they do tricks or make, like, maybe tying shoes together and making people fall and see how they react, but none of that happened to you. But judging by character, that's the only time they will make themselves known. The only time they will make themselves known is if they can be trusted that they're not going to be attacked, or they may feel safe enough to show their presence to somebody.
Thank. So as it waves, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to like also recall like do a proper greeting with the fairy. That way I don't I'll provide a proper greeting to the fairy itself directly. Since she waved at me, or she made her presence known to me and waved at me, so I want to like at least honor it itself by doing the same thing from what I gathered in the history as well.
Well, it's from history. Doesn't seem to be a proper way, since they're very sporadic in the sense of their personalities. But if you greet them from history, I mean, people greeting them or not being so aggressive to them, they usually just pretty much are tricksters.
Yeah. Alright. So I'll just go ahead and be like, hello, fairy.
And you see that she gives like a kind of a high-pitched giggle and flutters about, maybe does a couple of circles around you, and seems to just fly right above your forehead, and almost like a kind of a bend over, gives you a kiss in the forehead, and then flutters away. And you sense that
I think you could do better, Cub.
And
Huh?
I think you could do better, Cub.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead,
Sorry,
DM.
my bad.
No, you're right. That was good.
But eventually you do still feel this sense of comfort in the forest. And interestingly, yeah, this fairy, whatever it was not afraid of you. It was enough to come by, even give you that small kiss on the forehead, and vanish off into the distance. And didn't see you as somebody that was threatening or dangerous. A positive in a way. So, in the ways of answering your questions, at least Cub could sense that there was a positive in that question. That there wasn't a sense of that you're doing wrong by at least staying in a group.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay. You were saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, jumping back to the rest here. Depending on what while longer or not, I'm gonna go ahead and jump back over here to the rest of the group really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and jump back with the group. I'll have something to do coming up in a little bit. I have to think about it.
Okay. Sounds good. Tarnik, you are building your armor there. Of course, the help of the master armorer there. Is there anything in particular you would be doing? You've been there for quite a while now. It's like around 3 o'clock or so. The new
Tarnik is very dedicated to his smithing, and he will be just working until the sun goes down.
Okay. And Grumthar, we say that you have, like, we'll say, because we retroed a little bit, and then we're about 5 days in now, that you would have found this bard and stuff already talked, and all this has been handled in the market. What would you be doing for the rest of the day, in this particular day?
Yeah, he would be looking to regrip his weapons, make sure that his sword and axe are properly maintained.
Ah, okay. Well, the best smith in the place would actually be where Tarnik is currently, the weaponsmith guy there. So, let's see. So, if you want that to be done, you would make your way back there to where he's at, and walking into the weaponsmith, hearing some clanging and the heat of the forge hitting you, you would see that indeed Tarnik is there crafting an armor and being helped by the weaponsmith, which for some unknown reason I have seemed to lost his name. But I did give you his name, didn't I? Where?
Right. Grat.
Why isn't he in my notes all of a sudden? That's interesting. Can you go ahead and type it into the chat?
Yep. Hang on.
Ooh, I hope I didn't update this and accidentally delete my info. Huh. Maybe it did. That's dangerous. I gotta remember that then. Maybe it overwrote my note. Anyway, Grat. Alright. I'll just put it in here for now. So,
Gulag runs the tavern. Grat was the blacksmith.
yeah, Grat's, Gulag. Gulag is pretty easy. Gulag's place. And,
Yep.
Grat is there, looks over at the, as you walk in, and pretty much just asks, what can I do for you?
And I draw my weapons, and these weapons have served me well. They're heirlooms of my family.
It's like,
And I want to make sure I've used them in battle over the years, and I want to make sure they're properly maintained. Perhaps I could use training myself to know how to properly maintain. The weapons have magical properties that I am yet to fully understand. I don't know that the iron itself could be harmed, but I can tell the hilts have wear and tear.
Haven't worked on magical property weapons in some time. Good for my student here, in order to learn. He looks over at Tarnik. We're working on your armor. Would you like to learn the art of forging magical weapons, or at least fixing them?
Indeed. Yes, absolutely. Come, let's learn.
And brothers, I'm entrusting you with something very important to me. I'll be quite upset if any harm comes to these weapons.
The blacksmith just turns to you. You see sort of a furrow on his brows. Says, I am the best weaponsmith in the valley. It would bring great dishonor upon myself if I were to destroy a weapon of great value such as these.
With a stern gaze, I look at him and I give him my approval to continue.
And he looks over at Tarnik. I will guide his hands. And if should, in the lesson, he destroy anything, I will take it upon my full responsibility. But I, in my entire life, have never created something or destroyed something that was already of great magical value. Even heirlooms that had no magic to them. That is why I am the greatest.
Like my weapons.
That is why I'm here. That is why I'm here to learn from the greatest.
Tarnik, I trust you. Learn what you can, and give my weapons the respect they deserve.
Grat will look over at both of you and says, you know each other.
Indeed. He is a member of Bazgoth, the chosen of Ganosh. We took down the great necromancer together.
I've never met this one. I did not realize.
This is Grumthar, the brave.
Grumthar, I am Grat.
Greetings, Grat. I look forward to your results of your expertise.
And he nods. Come back. Tomorrow. Same time. In the evening. They shall be ready.
From there, Grumthar wants to give his body, his physique, the same replenishment that he's giving his weapons. He would like to go. I don't know the traditions or what's in your lore, but I'm thinking like a mud bath, a bubble bath, a spa. We'll just call it a spa day, right?
Okay.
A deep soaking muscle treatment to work out the kinks, to rejuvenate them. Massages and just the full maybe even overnight.
Okay.
If that's available in this town.
Oh yeah. There's still got to be some muscle care. Warriors. Of course, there would be two options, but for a warrior like Grumthar, he would probably go more toward the areas around here, where he could find a nice, good mud bath in these shops and inner parts of the city, in a sense. Mm-hmm. Ugh, I can't grab him. There we go. We'll put you over here. The mud house. Got female orcs that tend to everything you need. Gonna give massages, spas, mud baths, or ice baths even. But yes, they'll take care of
The
you
full
there.
workup.
Everything.
The full workup. Yeah.
All right. Unless you wanted a more intimate style, then it would be over on this side. But little extra on that one. But for these is more for the warriors. Well, the other ones is for warriors too, but the one is seeking a little bit more than just the regular.
Right. Understood. We'll stay here for now.
The whole bit would be about a good 2 gold pieces, because they know what they're doing, and they give you a you would actually feel rather refreshed, renewed, 10 years younger even. But yeah, that's why they're kind of expensive. 2 gold pieces for the full treatment.
Very good. Yep, that's what he's doing.
All right.
I mean, what I described earlier will take up the bulk of his time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Now, for this day, it's just because it's a particular thing that's going to happen when Grom, we go back to you, and you wake up to a knock at the door, which you are, of course, by yourself right now.
Grom would awake and answer the door for sure.
Forgive me, but I'm not going to do his voice today. But it is the Goblin King, and he's at the door, and he's like, "I got your what you needed to hear," and he says, "Couldn't make you constables, but you know, at least we were able to look the other way. If you want to do anything," and he kind of gives you a wink.
Oh, okay. Grom's gonna nod at him and stand there and just gonna listen.
And well, he just says, "Listen, if you want to go and take care of business, nobody's going to say anything about it, okay? That's as much as I could have gotten for you."
Grom is gonna ask him,
Why were we not made constables? Can I inquire?
He looks up at you and says, "Are you looking for justice? Proof that this happened? Or are you looking for blood? Demands blood?"
Depend on whether I'm a constable.
And he looks at you. "Oh, well, I'm asking you, Grom. Do you want blood for blood? Or do you want these people, which might take months? Because, you know, orcs believe more in blood for blood. But since the Unifier is trying to be more civilized in things, constables, and this new thing, I don't know, I think they got it from the humans. Something with court systems. I don't know what it is. They got some new words in it. Well, then you would have to prove what they did. So you got witnesses. You got people. I don't know. All these new words. Or you want to do the old way. Blood for blood. Now, I gave you enough leniency in order to go do your blood for blood, since you have some pull now with what you did. So it's up to you, Grom. You can't do it as constables if you're going for blood, but if you want justice and wait and see if you can prove them that they did their thing, then that's a different story.
Okay. This is actually very interesting. Grom would say,
So what you're saying is you could make us constables, but you're choosing based on what you believe my desire is to waive this formality. Am I understanding correctly, great Goblin King?
So I knew you had a good nugget on you. See, I knew you're the smart guy here. He says, yes. If that's what you want, yes. That's what I'm telling you.
Grom would kind of turn around and pace away for a minute, and then he would say,
Thank you. We will do it the goblin.
or I'm sorry, no.
We would do it the orc way. No constable designation required.
All right, well then,
And then he would
just
turn
make
back
sure.
around and give a deep bow to the king.
And as he's bowing, he would just continue and says, just remember, do it clean, do it quick. I mean, now, don't get yourselves killed or anything because, you know, we still have some crap to do here. Got 3 weeks or so to get ready. And he just, like, steps out and...
Grom? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. As he's stepping.
Grom's going to raise a bit of an eyebrow as he's walking out and says,
Great king, I sense you were once a hellion on the battlefield. Would you like to accompany us?
He looks over and is like, oh, no, that's way beyond me now. I'm too old for that shit now. And I can't be getting myself into, you know, involved in certain things that might see, well, if people ever did see, might be favoritism or something. I believe in your group, though. I think you can do it. You know, you go handle your business, handle whatever you need to do, and close your life memories or whatever happened in the past. And, you know, clear conscience, we'll go forward and get this mission going. Whatever the heck is happening in the human lands. We need to get involved here pretty quickly. And then...
as he leaves, Grom's going to say,
It will be better for our enemies that the great Goblin King is not there. My king, you are wise. They are fortunate. We will just have to kill them a little slower, I guess.
he smiles. roll me a persuasion on that one.
oh, yeah. Here we go. Persuasion, Shebang. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh god. Goblin King just like looks over and is like, huh. I like you. I knew I liked you for some reason. Now I know why. You're a good cow, Mr. Grom. Good cow. Don't get yourself hurt. He like kind of a little bit happier stride starts walking off.
Very good. At that point, Grom would throw some cold water on his face, and with just a gleeful prance. I mean, he would literally, like, if no one's watching, he would, like, click his heels together. And he would start assembling the crew. Just, like, start going around assembling the crew.
Okay.
And then he would keep an eye out for the children who were supposed to bring him word, obviously.
Okay. So you want to go try to find Bordak and the rest?
Yeah, well, he would go outside and probably mill for just a little bit, kind of like checking the time, waiting for the kids. And he would probably try to send for them so that he could be here when news comes, because that was kind of the plan for the news to get here.
Okay.
And so he would just send for them, and if he had to bribe a couple servants or whatever, he would do that.
Well, since it was an all-day thing, eventually the say put you outside of the walls or something, as you were just kind of waiting around. Not sure where the kids are currently, since it was around 8 or 9 in the morning when you had everything happen, and now it's around 4 o'clock in the evening. So quite a bit of time and sleep has passed, and you also feel a little bit different at this point, because you remember the dream was Arya and the talk you had, and you feel like you something, maybe it was a blessing or something, a little bit of a change in you. And you also feel like there's some sort of hollowness that might have been filled. Like, you just don't feel completely alone currently. You feel like there's some sort of essence or presence filled with you. But yeah, you sense some word. You probably give another gold piece in order to have some other kids go find them, and eventually they return. And the orc girl looks up at you and says, "Oh, sorry, we tried to find you earlier, and you were gone all day."
Grom is gonna nod and say,
What have you learned?
Oh, they're outside the city walls, near the outskirts. I guess they're getting ready to leave. But they're currently still staying at the drapes.
Grom would literally laugh, a gleeful, evil glint in his eye as he would pull coins from his coin purse. And how many of the kids showed up? Just the girl?
Yeah, it was just a girl this time, not with her brothers.
He would ask her,
What is your name? Again, I'm not good with names.
Did he give her the name last time?
I don't remember.
I think she did, but if she did, I don't remember it, actually. Maybe Grom did, but I don't actually remember it.
I'm trying to remember if it did.
I feel like it wasn't discussed, actually. But
yeah, I
it
think he just gave her the coins and stuff.
Well, he told her who he was, but I don't think he had her name. I don't think.
Yeah. So she would say Laga.
Naga, you have family.
And she's looks confused. It's like, yes.
What does your father do, Naga?
Oh, he's one of the guards.
Is he a good man?
She looks confused. I think so. I mean,
How old is Laga? How old is she?
I think we said around 11 or so last time.
Okay, gotcha. He's going to give her 5 gold pieces for her and her compatriots.
Oh.
And then he's going to kneel down in front of her, and he's going to give her 2 more. So 7 altogether. And he's going to say,
I want you to bring your father to me tonight, within the next 2 hours. Give him these gold pieces. Tell him Grom Izek of the Bazgoth requests his presence, and you come with him. Do you understand, little one?
And she looks and she's like, okay. I can try if he's not working.
he would nod and then pat her on the head.
And she nods and then she just runs off and then turns around and just waves at you and then keeps running.
Now, I'm assuming when she told him where the bad guys are, he knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, the drapes. Yeah,
Is
it's at the very outskirts. It's very almost like a tent city kind of thing. Basically, it's not as fancy as these houses. They're more of the old style, orcish style houses and archetypes and more, or I can't even talk today. Architect and the sometimes more tents than anything else as well.
And at 4 p.m., I'm assuming that if they're still there, it's likely they're camping there at least one more night. Grom is assuming. Does this sound like am I as a player reading that correctly?
Yeah. It's more than likely since it's kind of getting to the evening. I mean, the days are long here since it's close to the equator, but yes.
Gotcha. And he's going to send messengers for all of his compatriots, and just if UGM will just tell me how much that will cost him to get a good return, like he's willing to spend the gold, and he would just wait here for Laga and her father to return, and for his compatriots. And his plan is to wait until after dark to move on his enemies. That's his plan.
Oh, okay. So you're going to send some people to go find Bordak and Tarnik and all them?
Yeah, yeah.
The only person
And
you
he would
won't...
ask them to come with great haste, actually, because he would
Okay.
want to be ready to roll.
I would say it'd take about an hour and a half. So yeah, you could probably do like about. You're sending more kids to go look for him.
Well, he would probably send guards or the most official means he could to find his friends.
Oh, I
basically.
see.
Yeah.
You could do another like 5 gold, since if it's going to be guards
would
and
do.
stuff.
He would do it. He would do it.
And the guards would recognize them a little bit better, so that would be a little bit easier to find. Everybody except for Cub would probably be found. Bordak, you would be asked by a guard if you could accompany them. That Grom, they get the last name wrong. And they would say, Grom Ishtar is looking for you.
Is there a problem?
And he would just say, yes, he didn't give me enough gold for all this stuff, so I have to get back to my position.
I'll give him a 5 gold for it.
Oh, God, okay. That's like a whole
Oh
month.
my god!
That's like a whole month's
It's got
pay
a
right
massive going on a cruise.
there. Yeah.
I mean,
You guys are like millionaires right now, just handing away money. Here you go.
well, I mean,
He's
just
like,
spread the
okay.
wealth.
He'll accept it. He's like, oh, thank you. Ooh, I've
Well,
been needing to take my wife on a
it also-
nice, I forgot my wife's honeymoon the other day. And this makes up for it now.
Yeah, you should never forget that.
And he looks back at you, forget what?
Cherish her.
Oh, yes, of
The
course.
wife's honeymoon.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I was looking at the gold. Okay. Yes, the Ishtar fellow is waiting for you.
I go to Grom.
All right, so you would be heading to Mr. Grom. Eventually, Grumthar. As you are probably 2 hours or so getting all this done. You were there because you talked to Tarnik in the morning. So I would say by this point in time, you are getting ready to be done and everything, make your payments. The orc females were very good. You feel very refreshed with massage and everything, mud bath, and then you have a guard walk in and says, Grumthar.
He just kind of grumbles and, what do you want?
Grom seeks you. Is asked
Raise it.
that I take you to him.
For what purpose? I'm busy here.
Did Grom tell him for what purpose?
Grom would have said a very cryptic thing. He would have said, murderers need brought to justice. That's what he was saying. It's the only thing.
The orc guard just looks at you confused and he's just like, murderers being brought to justice?
Large sigh. And I don't know what state I'm in. He stands up in his full glory and starts to get dressed. And
The orc females are all blushing.
Does Grumthar know where he is? Or
No.
is he just,
The guard is just here
yeah.
to take him to him.
I will need 5 minutes, and I will be with you.
Of course, I'll be outside. I'll be out there. Thank you. And he walks out.
Yeah, so Grumthar, he has this gruff exterior, but he's excited. It's been a month maybe now since he's had any type of physical exercise, and so he's actually quite excited at any opportunity to help out, to exercise his barbaric ways. So Yes, he gets dressed and gathers his materials. However, he doesn't have his weapons, so there's that.
That'll be interesting. I guess he has to make
That's
a
right, just
stop by
show
the
up.
weaponsmith if he can get some replacements or borrow them until and bring them back. I guess one or the other. So you get ready, and eventually, 5 minutes later, the guard starts leading you back, and the orc females say, "You are always welcome back."
And I leave him a tip when it's appropriate.
Sorry.
And then, yeah. So it's up to you if you want to go past the weaponsmith or not.
I don't think he does. I think within the city walls, I right now I think Grumthar's feeling confident he could handle whatever comes his way without his weapons.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
there's something.
All right, cool.
Unless there's some mythos that I'm not aware of, right? He's
I don't
feeling
think
pretty
you
high in
know.
himself.
I don't think Grom would even know very much about, except for what just, I guess Grom. I guess that would be up to when you meet up with Grom. I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I will tell when I meet up with Grom, I'll tell him that my weapons are being worked on. Should I need anything more than my own fisticuffs, I would need to procure something.
And then, as far as Tarnik is concerned, you finally see a couple of guards walk in, and they look at each other. Oh, I think that's him. And you see that they look over at you, and they nod at each other, and they come over, and they say, "Yes, that's him." And you see Grat just kind of turn over. It's like, "What can I help you with?" And they say, "We're looking for him." And they look over at you, Tarnik, and say, "Tarnik, there is a Grom wishing to speak with you. He paid us to lead him back to where he awaits you. Something about murderers."
Good. Finally, something's happening. You two, pick up that big wooden chest there. Carry it with us. It's for Grom.
They look
Now,
at
And
each
he'll
other.
head off.
Tarnak might realize that he has Grumthar's weapons and make a decision on his behalf.
Oh, I guess that's true too.
That is true.
Yeah, for sure.
If he remembers.
I thought they were going to be ready tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, technically,
We're about to
y'all,
go fight
yeah,
out.
technically, y'all working on them right now, but
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I guess that would be
I
up
feel like
to.
Waz would know. He would know.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
that
do you want me to roll to
you could.
see how far along they are or something like that?
Oh yeah, they're wouldn't be too far. I mean, they're still usable. I mean, it's just they're not fixed. So I mean, they're still usable. They're just not fixed. Maybe a little bit of cooling if you were currently working on them right now, but that should happen pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well,
Stream in.
Tarnik would make sure that the weapons were ready to use, if not upgraded.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Off the record, though, I would say it's fine just to bring him any. Grumthar would not want his weapons if they're not perfectly ready, right? For this, I
Yeah,
think
that's
he'd
what
be,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, he would be satisfied with any weapon
So weird.
that is of decent quality for this encounter.
Okay. So those weapons could be left behind, and then just bring a different sort of weapon. Probably
A
similar.
loner.
Yeah, a loner.
Yeah.
Okay. Grat would probably give you let's say that if you mention this, Grat would give you a similar weapons to them, It'll be the same ones, but they just don't have the magical properties.
Sure.
And so it's like, here are the loners. May they be used with great purpose. And then the other guards confusedly lift the chest and bring it with them. Eventually, everybody meets up. Bordak, you're the first to meet up with Grom. Gromthar, you're heading out this doorway here, and then Tarnik, you're heading with Shiv, I suspect. And the two other guards bringing their chest. You and Gromthar will probably meet up first before even meeting up with Grom. And
I take Drogoth with me.
do what now?
Drogoth is with me. He's been with me since. Yeah, everywhere I go, he's going.
Oh, okay. So you have. Let me see. Where did I put him? Well, I know where he's at. He's here. Boom. There we go. We'll do that.
There he is.
There we go.
He's that big.
That would be scary.
I get to ride him into bed. I get to ride him into battle.
Okay, so y'all all about to start meeting up here, and eventually y'all see Grom. Grom, you see everybody just pretty much around you.
Grom would nod at everyone, welcome them, and say,
Yes. Today, justice will prevail.
Where's Cub?
He should be coming. I sent for him.
You see the guard that
sent for him.
returns, the guard that was supposed to look for Cobb, he just like returns, says, I couldn't find him anywhere. I don't think he's in the city.
Grom would kind of growl, and then Grom would send a message spell, which only has a range of 120 feet.
Oh, really?
But he would try to message and say,
Come to the front of the castle. I need you.
Unfortunately, as Grom is doing this, he senses nothing.
yeah. Grom's gonna look around at the others and say,
Do you have any ideas how to get Cub here?
I'm gonna try
Off
something.
kill an elf.
I'm gonna
Trying
look
to
at
just
Drogoth.
Yep.
I'm gonna like get down to Drogoth's level, and I'm gonna say, "Can you find Cub for us?"
Guess he saw him in the room one time.
He knows who he is.
I don't think. Let me see.
I don't think we have enough time to get a
Yeah.
scent at him.
And I don't know if they're as good as other creatures that.
I don't know if they're
Yeah.
tracking.
is it at all possible that Cub would have returned to his quarters in this time, since
Well, it
he
would have
went
been
out
like
to
at this time. It would have been 2 hours past. So Cub, I guess it's up to you, depending on what you're doing as far as within 2 hours. When we left, last we left you, another 2 hours have passed. Well, what have you been doing in those 2 hours?
After that whole clarity with the fairy and everything or so, I kind of see the idea aspect of what she kind of means. So I'm gonna just do a nature check, and I'm gonna look for some like herbs and stuff that might have provide some kind of remedies or
Okay.
healing remedies. Well,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me a nature check. Damn, 20.
Dang.
well, I got a plus 13. So that's not my lowest roll out of it. But anyways, yeah.
You got 8.
You're looking for more to heal or something, you said, or?
Maybe like I guess taking into like provide either a little bit of healing or provide healing along with neutralizing poisons or paralysis.
Okay. For this area, that will... Damn, that's a 20. Really, all you find is more of, let's see. You find, like, mint leaves, sort of, and then, tree sap.
Mm-hmm.
And some needle-shaped leaves here. And, basically, from this, you could make a balm out of it. And, basically, this is more for perception. And, if you make a balm of it, it would be a, DC roll, of course, but you have the ingredients. For 1 hour, a creature who applies this balm gains a bonus to all perception checks based on potency. So it can be +1 to perception, +2 to perception, or +3 to perception. And then,
That'll work. I mean, that's fine. Helps increase the skill check. That's not bad.
Even if it is temporarily, it still works.
and the only other one that probably would be is the, you find some roots from old trees, and maybe some ivy. And this one you can make a paste. And with this paste, you could use it to apply to one slashing or piercing weapon, or one piece of ammunition like an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody who comes into contact by either touching it or being hit by the weapon, they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned from the pain for 1 round. And poison can retain its potency for up to 24 hours or until it makes contact with the creature, whichever one comes first. So yeah, it's basically just old grown roots that you find and some poisonous ivy. And you find it in the forest. And so it's either a DC 10, DC 13, or DC 15 Constitution save, depending on the type of mastery you do with it.
Okay. So yeah.
So you can
So
make a
with
note.
those,
You can make a note of that, and that's what you find.
Okay.
I like this book. Has all kinds of stuff in it. Nice.
Well, bomb perception and a
Paste.
thorn root.
Yeah, old root with ivy for a paste. Stunning people for a round. Which can be, I guess, pretty hazardous if there's a lot of enemies around. Alright, anything else that Cub would do within the 2 hours?
Um. mm, I guess with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and after gathering some of the ingredients to get the mastery perspectives or so, I'm gonna go ahead and head back.
Okay. So you start heading back, and I'm going to put you, since you're probably would have been at that direction of the forest, not the other one is further. Too small, can't grab you. Who the heck is this? Oh. Unfortunately, that's still going to take time. Anyway, as 2 hours, or I would say it took about an hour and 30. So you got about 30 more minutes of waiting Grom. But yeah, nobody could find Cub. What are y'all currently doing? Or what are you doing, Grom, as everybody is together?
So the Grom would be waiting for Cub, but also he would be waiting for Laga and her father. And Grom would also communicate to the rest of the group that after sundown is when he plans to strike. And he's kind of waiting for Laga for an exact location. And he's waiting for her father because he plans to rope him into the ordeal.
Well, Laga would eventually, 30 minutes later, would return. But since you still got 30 minutes to do, you do eventually also, as you're waiting at this corner and waiting for everybody, around the corner you see 10 minotaurs that start walking and passing past your group. The minotaurs all look toward you, and you can hear just whispers, not really know what they're saying, but they do stare at Grom as they walk by and whisper to each other when they pass further away. And then
does he recognize any of them specifically?
He doesn't recognize any of them, but you get a sense that they're kind of laughing as they're getting further away.
Okay, so Grom is gonna kind of walk. Who is the nearest of Grom's compatriots at this time? Who is probably standing the closest?
Probably either be Bordek or Grumthar.
And he would walk over to Bordak, and he would just kind of, as he walks over to Bordak, he's just kind of flipping some coins in his hands, and he would say to Bordak,
"These minotaurs, I believe, they are from associated tribes. But pay no mind, we'll deal with them later."
And then he would look up at Bordak with a gleam in his eye, and he would say,
"There are more important things to accomplish right now. We only wait on Cub and Laga and her father, and we shall unleash all hell on these murderers."
Very good.
And
Grum's kind of intentionally ignoring the mentors. He has to push them out of his mind because they will distract him too much. It's kind of his psychology about it.
Interestingly enough, behind those minotaurs is a larger group of minotaurs now taking up the this particular space right here, making way. And this one seems to be like a brigade, a pretty good brigade of minotaurs. Well, maybe. I'd say about 50 minotaurs just moving across this particular street here. Orcs and other people are getting out of the way. And some of the orcs are just kind of glaring at them. And in front of them, you actually do see a familiar face now. And that familiar face pretty much pops up.
Which one is it?
And oh yeah, I don't know if it's like if y'all there or not. I don't know if that's focused or not for you.
Well, no, I see it. Grom would walk to the front of the group, and approach this figure. But does he? Which one is it? Does he know which one it is?
Yeah, this is the oldest sister.
Okay. And then, forgive me, I don't know her name right off the bat. I've read your notes about it, but I don't. Right off the cuff, I don't know.
What sort of body language is Grom showing?
Oh,
Grom would be showing annoyed body language, actually, right now.
Yeah.
To be really honest. Raza.
So basically,
So
this one that you
Tarnik
see.
would lay his hand on his shoulder. Stop. You're too reckless.
Grom would turn and put a hand on Tarnik's shoulder and say,
My brother. Nothing could keep me from my mission. This is only sibling formality.
We're watching. We're here.
he would just give him a nod and then step forward toward his sister. And he would just, as he beholds her, he would strike a pose of indifference. This is a very much like a deception tactic because he does not feel indifferent, but he's trying to feign indifference. Would you like me to make a deception check?
You can make a, yeah. And also I make an insight check too.
Okay. There's his deception check. And his insight check, here we go. Not so good. I don't know what that last check was. Belay that last check. That was accidental. The 9 is the real check.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he doesn't tell too much of anything, but she seems to haven't noticed you. Well, she's now. If you walk to the front, she will finally notice you, but she hadn't even noticed you as she was walking with her brigade behind her, and she was as she gets closer and closer. Insight check
call out
was
Raza.
She lifts her eyes and her head up, and you see a fury in her eyes as her brigade is behind her. And then you see her jaw just kind of clench, and her nostrils just flare a bit as they're getting closer and closer. And as they're getting closer, they start going around. Well, she goes around you as she's walking and just keeps her eyes forward.
He's gonna say,
What are you doing here, sister?
And she like stops, and then just as she stops, just as synchronized, the brigade behind her stops. And she stares ahead for a moment. And she's like looking at you and says, Grom, or do you go by some gentler title? Lord of Bottles, Prince of Velvet, perhaps?
he's going to very specifically adopt an orcish demeanor toward her and just kind of approach her and say,
I go by Brom of the Black Horns. To you, Bazgoth, Crimson Blade.
I'm gonna step closer to Grom. Just try to keep him reined in.
And then he's going to say, now, I have a question. I've read Draza's notes on your Solaire wiki, but does Grom know these things, like who she got married off to? I'm assuming he would kind of know.
I don't think he would know, actually. I think he knew that they were married off, but not particularly to who.
So he would ask,
So, Raza of the Black Horns, but that is not your identity anymore. Who were you married off to after our father's fall? What stag holds your reins now, sister?
And at the mention of sister, and she just turns to you with eyes wide and that rage in her. Like you see her hands grip on the spear that she's holding. Says, Don't think to call me sister. Don't look at me like blood still binds us. You could have stood beside me, but you chose the market stall. Every lash I endured after your disgrace carved a memory. And she looks over at the rest of the group here, but then she turns to you.
Grom would just
says,
kind of give her like a...
No, she just says, I wonder, how do you bear yours?
So at this point, Grom would attempt... Now, he's actually very affected by her words, but the truth is he's trying not to act like it. So he'd kind of raise an eyebrow as if to almost make light of her words, as if she's being overly dramatic. I don't know if this would require a deception check.
Yeah, it would probably require.
He's not only toward her, but toward everyone. Like, he's trying to make it seem like her words don't bother him.
Okay, so if you're trying to do it for everybody else, if they want to, they can roll an insight check against this deception.
Yeah, I got a 23.
20?
To see if he really noticed if this bothers Grom. But then he would say to her,
Sister, if you have endured bad outcome, I'm sorry. I am with the orcs now. I am with Curadosis, Southern Kingdom now. I do not consider myself a Black Horn now. I am of the chosen of Ganache. I walk with our orc brethren. So forgive me, but your affairs are distanced from my conscience. But I wish you all goodwill, and I hope that the orcs see fit to ally with you, though I will caution you, these orcs, they see a bit further than our kind. I would caution you to listen, to learn. They are a bit more forward-thinking than Minotaurs.
he would kind of say it with a bit of a bristle, like a warning toward her.
And she's like, turns to you. And she looks at you, almost like about to laugh. Forward thinking? That reminds me of the fake idea of a father we used to have. The one that you walked upon his steps, following him. Even now you stink of foreign streets and cowards' gold. You try to get this idea of a title upon my mind. But you are nothing. You are still too gentle for such titles. Says, I mourned you once. Not your death, but your choice. Says, I would have expected your gold to buy you a new face by now. Maybe you are one that is not so shamed by what you did. And then she spits at his feet. Say what you want to say to me, truthfully. Then vanish again, like you always do. And she stands there.
And he would respond by saying,
What I truthfully wish to say is that I hope you will stick around.
and he's going to kind of gesture over to his comrades and say,
Ada Verbus is, as it turns out, an impressive breeding ground for talent. But I will not be disappearing. I have a duty here, so I'm afraid your preconceived ideas of me are a tad bit
and then he would raise an eyebrow.
emotionally contrived, typical of a female.
And then he would try to, he's trying to kind of rile her up a little bit, honestly. He's trying to get her to, he's kind of trying to get her to be a little, play into that maybe she's like making a bigger scene than she should kind of thing. So I don't know if that would require a check or anything. But.
You can roll a, you could probably roll intimidation.
Okay.
Arnik will back him up by calling the two orcs over that are carrying the chest and instruct them to open the chest at Grom's feet. And he'd turn to the sister and say, "Do these look like that? Attirement, the attire of a gentle person?" And you open up the chest, and there is Grom's custom-made plate mail +1 suit of armor.
Nice. And then that's the... I think we have
that. Grom would...
We had that in the
ahead,
general chat too, right? I think.
Yeah, I sent you a picture in your
there it goes.
private,
Okay, cool.
so you could put it up here. Yeah.
To be really honest, Grom would get very distracted by this, and actually it'd be more distracting than his sister. He would actually kneel down and like look at it and like hold it up. I think that Tarnik unveiling this to him would be actually of a lot more interest to him actually than his sister. So, and this isn't like a fake, but he would actually ignore his sister for a moment completely while he's like looking at it. He would be so thrilled like that this was made and, you know, size to him, such and such.
Yeah. On the pauldrons, like on the shoulder pads, there's the on one side is Ganosha's symbol, and on the other is a crimson blade.
Ooh, nice.
We have a crimson blade symbol.
So that's what Grom would be basically focusing on right now in this moment.
She just turns over to Tarnik and says, and with that he disappears again. Says, she looks at her brigade and says, fortunately for this warband, we don't kneel for simple coin peddlers. And then she starts walking off.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like Grom wouldn't even actually be super concerned about it. He would just be looking at the armor, and he would look up at Tarnik, and he would look at. Well, I guess Tarnik was really the only one who was working on it, other than the blacksmith. But he would say,
Yeah, no one else has seen it yet.
Incredible. It's incredible. Thank you.
We
So
can't
you need to forget
have you
all-
falling down. We can't have you falling down all the time. Despite
This is
what
true.
your sister says, you are not that gentle.
You would stand up and kind of start putting it on. Actually, GM, I'm not sure if technically it'd be ready to put on at this point. If it would be, that's super cool. But I'm not sure that it would totally be ready according to like the instruction time, because we're only on like day 5.
Probably like good for seeing right now currently, but maybe not yet because it does take like the 2 weeks, and that's why we retroed back.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna put it back in the thing, and then he's gonna walk up to Tarnik and smack him on the shoulder and shake his hand, and then he's gonna say to everyone,
I apologize if that confrontation with my sister was awkward. She is probably angry with me because my tribe failed and I left. But I have found
That's
a better
okay.
path. I found a better path amongst the orcs.
My clan failed. They all died. I left. This is the way of life. We move forward. We make our own path.
My clan
Yes.
died as well. We are all survivors of our own clans, meant to create our own.
The truth is, my sister should probably be an ally of us. But that is up to our king and the diplomatic relations.
Perhaps one day we will. But tonight, there are murderers to deal with.
Grom would suddenly break into a dancing war chant, which is probably very awkward. Throats singing, click his heels clicking together, dancing about the street in a very strange fashion.
as the girl
I'm
walks
used to
around the
it.
corner with her dad, and the orc is just sees this and is like standing there. Like,
I got an echo somewhere.
yeah, there's an echo somewhere. Huh?
echo somewhere, huh?
I think it's on
That's-
Dave's.
It's mine. I just turned it off. Yeah. Yes. Sorry about that. So as this is happening, though, as he starts to go, as Grom starts to do this, I would approach him and say, in my endeavors, I consulted with a bard, and he's wrote this war chant, and I thought I would share it with you, and perhaps you can understand it better than I. And I'll hand him the scroll.
Yeah, Grom would very eagerly unroll it and read it eagerly, as if to learn the words and the melody that are written on it. He's very interested. Now, you said this orc was coming around the corner, though?
Yeah, and behind him is a cub off the distance in the street.
Do we see Laga?
Laga's there, but you see this the dad, he is a guard just looking confused at the dancing and looks down at
He does that all
Laga.
the time. Don't worry about him.
When Grom sees Laga, and then the orc is obviously her father, he would step forward and he would still be holding the scroll. He would kind of roll it back up in his hand as if to safeguard it, but he would put a hand on the orc's shoulder and say,
You, what is your name? Father of Laga.
He like looks at the hand on his shoulder and says, I am Gomuku.
We have murderers to bring to justice.
and then he would kind of step a little bit to the side as if to make a circle so everyone could be involved in here. And he would kind of step and he would say,
I have personally received word from the the Goblin King, that as long as we are discreet, our justice tonight will receive a blind eye, a turned head, and thus we've been given the blessing to proceed. Tonight.
You see this?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
he's going to say,
Gamoku.
and he's going to kind of step forward and put another hand on the orc's shoulder.
I don't know if you know who we are. Crimson Blade, the Bazgoth, chosen of Ganache. But there are murderers in our city who must be dealt with. Your daughter was instrumental in helping me to discover the location. I've rewarded her handsomely, and I would reward you handsomely for helping us in this endeavor.
And he would pull out 4 gold pieces, hold them up toward him with a gleam in his eye.
He looks at the 4 gold pieces and he says, I know we have murderers in the city. We have many murderers in the city. But you know a murderers and you sent my daughter to them?
Yes.
Grom would say,
Yes.
and then he would kind of walk around Gamoku in a sort of like if you picture like what's his name, like Rafar in like charisma based, like or Jafar in Aladdin, like kind of walking around him, and he would be like,
Oh yes. She's quite capable. Stealthy. Intelligent. I assume she gets her genetics from you.
Roll
This might be true.
roll me a with a disadvantage. Roll me a charisma. I guess persuasion.
In
persuasion? Okay.
Deception?
With disadvantage.
Deception or persuasion.
I'll choose persuasion if I have a choice, but disadvantage. Very good, very good. All right, here we go. Shabai.
$14.
So it's a 14 with disadvantage.
Let's see something here.
And then he would finish up by saying,
I believe destiny has a way of choosing those who are exceptional. Gamoku.
As you turn, he like turns around with that roll right there. Your current armor class is what?
my current is 12.
He slaps you across the face.
Oh,
Is it like a damage dealing thing, or is it just like
Probably. Let me see.
like a social slap?
It probably does sting a little bit. It's not trying to kill you or anything. Oh God, 4 points of damage apparently.
Okay, 4
Dang.
points of damage.
I guess it was a hearty slap. He practices the slap competitions.
Grom would kind of shake his face.
As Cub, you're walking down the street and see Grom get slapped, but you're still kind of a little bit of a distance, not sure what's going on as the group is standing behind Cub. And it says, no amount of money or sucking up would ever replace my daughter if something happened to her.
And Grom would change his demeanor very quickly to a very serious demeanor and step forward toward him. I don't know if the slap was enough to have a little bit of blood coming out his nose, but if it was, he would just let it flow, and he would say,
Something happening to your daughter. No. What is happening to your daughter is that she is talented and destiny has called. And now you get to decide if she will be a meager maid's wife or potentially a hero of Kratos'.
Then you see her kind of like, she kind of shrinks over to her dad and she says, "Father, and she's like, the father looks down and kind of pushes her away slowly. Says, "What are you wanting from me?"
Grom would say,
Blood. Blood of my enemies. Blood of the enemies of civilization. Justice.
and then there'd be this very creepy gleam in his eyes as he looks at the work. He's like,
Because your daughter is fate bound, I assume the same is true for you. Gamoku. Come with us. Wet your blade in glory with us.
And he looks over at the others and walks to the rest of the guys. Says, "Cub, you are, I guess, by this time getting closer to them, and you're finally into earshot. If if you want to ask anything or talk or anything, but this orc will move over to the rest of you, and it says, "Is this where all of you are heading?"
I see the whole group and everybody, right?
Yeah, you can see the whole group. I mean, technically Grom close to you, but yeah.
It seems these murderers have killed friends of his clan. And as the orc way, blood for blood.
So what I'll do is, as I walk by, I was like, "Hello, everybody," and I'll just keep on walking by. Just walk right
It's
past
good
them.
to have you.
I'm gonna be like, "Rom, hi.
Hello.
Bordak, hi. Our barbarian, I forgot, our Grumthar, hi. Tarnik, go fuck yourself."
Are you fireproof?
Huh?
Are you fireproof?
Nah.
I'm just gonna be like, "Hi Grom, hi Grumthar, hi Bordak, hi pets and everything. Tarnik, go fuck yourself. Hi random strangers." As I'm just gonna keep walking by and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cast invisible and just disappear in front of everybody.
Grom
And
would
just
say,
keep walking
Come,
by.
wait. You cannot just leave. We need you. We're going on a mission.
I'm like, really?
Yes, it's very important.
How is it?
I assume Grom's having this conversation while the orc is talking to the others, I would assume. Like, kind of quietly.
Is this happening before or after he goes invisible?
I don't know. Grom's just saying it as he does it. I think that's kind of up to Cub a little bit. Grom's just like, if Grom sees him go invisible, he'll be like, "Wait, Cub, don't run away.
Come back. We need you.
Well, like before I go invisible, I stop and I'll turn to Grom and I'm like, when he's like, "Wait," or when they said that they need me, I'm like, "Really? What now?"
We have murderers to bring to justice. We discussed this. You said you would help.
Did I really?
Yes,
I don't remember.
Undoubtedly.
I don't actually know if that's true, but Grom is going to try to persuade him that he pledged his help. I don't actually know if it's true. Do you think, actually, Cub, do you think that's true, or is this like a deception check? Because I don't actually remember if you pledged your help or not.
I'm gonna go with a history check to see if I remember or at least recall. Because I remembered I was so focused on making the potions, I just let the conversations just go through one ear, out through the other.
Very good.
Hey,
Very good.
caramba.
I'm gonna be like, no, I don't think I've ever made this type of conversation about this. If there were murderers,
You certainly told me you were going to help.
I don't recall I ever agreed I was gonna help you kill murderers. But anyway, so
Will you help us kill murderers, Cub? Will
No.
you stand with us this night?
no, I'm not gonna go and help you kill murderers.
Will you heal us if we get injured?
Go away. I am tired of this. This little dwarf has no idea what it means to be in a party. He is useless to us if he does not change his mind. He does not understand the difference between prevention and cure, like all those stupid healers.
As Tarnik
He
says,
does
this,
not want to join in
Grom is
with our
taking a-
group.
Grom's
This is
taking a
not
step
the
forward.
actions
And,
of a clanman.
as Tarnik says this, Grom's stepping forward and placing a sympathetic hand on the orc's shoulder. And then looking over at him with like raised eyebrows, like, ugh.
You're doing well, that's Grumthar right there. So
No, the other orc, the orc that Laga's father.
oh, okay. he's,
Somehow got
yeah, he's like looking at all
As
this
if-
like what
As
the
if to
hell?
capitalize on Tarnik's speech.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
and
Yeah, the
Orc-
Tonic was finished.
oh, okay.
Yeah, Grom's pretty much done too. Grom's waiting for this orc to make up his mind, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, the orc is like looking at all this that's happening between the party, and he's like, And he says,
this is
After
the
hearing
very reason
after hearing what Tarnik says, I was like, you know what? Sure, why
The
not?
two of
Let's go
you-
ahead and kill some murderers. And just for that, how about this? I'll revive a murderer, just so that way you can have more pleasure of killing them again. Does that sound
That's
fun,
enough, both
Tarnik?
of you.
You are an absolute moron, aren't you?
That's enough,
I know
both
you
of
are,
you.
but what am I?
I just called you.
this orc is like, go home, daughter. I'd go help these people so they won't be in our lives again. Let's go.
Wait.
Where are we
We
going?
need her to guide us. We need her to guide us to the murderers.
She like, he turns over and is like, we are not taking my daughter to the murderers. Where are they? And she walks over and she's like, they're at the drapes. At the very east. Or, no, that's west. At the very west side. By the fighting pit. Says, I know where it is. I will guide you there. And in return, you promise never to speak to my daughter again. You people are strange. And then he was like, just starts walking forward. Go home now, daughter.
Take it out.
As we walk, Grom is going to whisper to Bordok.
Should we take offense to that? Or does he have a reason to say it? We are the chosen of Ganache.
When it comes to protecting one's child, everything falls to the wayside but that child.
Yes, I must have children to understand. Very well. So you're saying I should not try to kill him?
He is protecting his child.
Okay. It would be the orc way to respect that, then.
I do.
Okay.
And Grom seems satisfied. He's gonna follow along.
Yeah, he walks pretty far ahead of everybody, like just trying to hurry. Is Cub's going?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy.
Just so he can spite Tarnik.
Let's copy everybody here.
You
So-
two need to find a way to get along. We are clan
You really
members.
do, Cub.
Yeah,
If you
he
push
kinda-
Tonic too far, he will kill you. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Also,
will.
Grom wants us to be impressive.
Let's see.
We would be
here.
impressive if we were of same mind.
Yeah.
Grom's trying to be like an orc now, so we have to all be more like orcs.
Okay, we don't need that one. Okay.
I mean, it's very simple. If you're trying to be like an orc, I mean, what better way? I can spare the murderers from dying, and that way you can re-kill them again, and I'll bring them back so you can re-kill them again. Isn't that something orcs would like to do?
Grom would probably
No.
say,
That sounds a bit
no.
passive-aggressive to me.
That sounds like you're a sicko. You are a sicko, aren't you, Cub? Wanting to raise the dead just so you can kill them again?
Oh, I'm not raising the dead. I'm just preventing them from dying. I mean, look at what I did to Grom. I mean, he died, and I was able to bring him back within 1 minute before he truly passed.
Yeah, but if you'd done your job properly, he wouldn't have died at all.
Let's not go there.
Eventually,
You
this
two
guy
need to
leads
find
you
a way
out
to
of
get
the
along.
walls and into the larger parts of the city that are the outskirts, and not the actual center protected by the walls. Eventually, houses turn into tents. Some of them huts, not the fancy architecture that you see in the inner walls. And he leads you past actual paths, and the stink of the city really is a bit rancid here, not as sanitary. And eventually, toward the western parts of the city, starting to arrive there. You start seeing these pretty much areas where you do kind of see like fighting pits. They're more like holes dug deep into the earth. And eventually you arrive at the area where I think I copied y'all. See like an encampment of sorts. Oh, did it pop up for you guys? Whoa, you're all so small.
I
yeah,
have
we're
this.
very little. We're just
there's
very
a
little.
map.
You're in the land of giants
Just-
right now, currently. But yeah, no, let's see.
Apparently.
I think I can make it bigger. I think.
Yeah, let me do this.
Ah, there we are.
There we go. And then everybody can
There we
adjust
are.
their tokens so it's like correct. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's not doing it.
Grom is still
Like, yay! Oh, aw.
any bigger.
Where'd the Grom go? Oh, there he is. Whoa, there we go.
Shabbat. Heck yeah.
So you arrive here at this encampment. There's a few other orcs probably in these areas. But for you, Grom, you can write... yeah, go ahead and roll insight still anyway.
All right, here we go. Insight check.
Actually, perception, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's better because I rolled a fumble on my insight. Would you like to keep that fumble?
No, it's okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay, here we go. Much better.
So there are some orcs that are camped out here too as well, and but over here you are the one that are able to see the one, especially the person that you remember beheading your friend. This bugbear over here. 4 of them.
You say there's some orcs. There's some orcs around here though, like just random orcs.
Yeah, random orcs in these huts, and you see these other ones over here. And if you waited, you said you were gonna wait till nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it would be like about past twilight by now. So taking you about like maybe around 9 or so in the evening currently.
Okay. Ron would turn to his compatriots and say,
Let me cast a spell first. Unless you believe we should offer them an honorable surrender.
What type of
No honor for murderers. No honor for murderers. I am going to call out that murderer, and he's going to face me one-on-one. I will
Does Grom
represent you,
see
Grom, in this method, in this vengeance.
Does Grom see the bugbear who beheaded Bacorda among them?
Well, the bugbear that beheaded is here, but the order was given by this orc here.
So Grom is going to repeat. He's going to relate that information to you, Tarnik. He's going to say
That bugbear was the one who took the head off my half-orc friend Bacorda, but that orc was the one who gave the order. How do you want to play this?
That's even better. Orc on orc. Beautiful. This will be a proper duel.
So we go in, announce ourselves, and then let the duel commence.
Yes.
Very well. Shall I lead the way?
Indeed. I shall be your champion.
All right. So Grom is going to go ahead and march on over there with his black cape billowing.
The bugbears move as you are moving closer. They take notice to this. And then you see these other female orc and this one talking. And above y'all, this guy moves forward. You see a goblin, weirdly dressed almost like in wizard's robes, standing on top of this area right here. And but as that happens, this guy here looks at Grom and he's like, oh well there, what is this? What do we have here? I think I remember you again. Didn't I see you this morning? This is, yes. You're the one who sat and drank a little bit of alcohol. A little bit of fun while we played with your friend's head. I remember. Well, what is this entourage of yours?
Grom is going to look down. He's going to look up and he's going to say,
You have one chance. You committed murder, my friend Bacorda. She is dead because you gave the order.
and then he kind of turns to Tarnik and says,
You have been honored to get the chance at a one-on-one combat with Tarnik of the Crimson Blade of the Bazgoth. And you
Grom will look at the bugbear who actually did the beheading.
You've been given the honor of a one-on-one combat with me.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
No. You do not come back,
And then
Grom.
he's gonna say,
This is your one and only chance to accept something other than utter annihilation and butchery. Do you accept one-on-one combat, or will it be the butcher's block for you ingrates?
He looks at the female orc. The female orc looks at him, and he's like, obviously, they don't know who they're dealing with, do they? This must be a joke, right? This is, do you not know who I am?
Grom's gonna say,
I know who you're about to be. A headless corpse.
No, that was your friend as a headless corpse. I'm not a headless corpse. I think you're a little dazed and confused still from that day. No, that won't be happening. But if you want me to destroy your friend here, I would be happier to oblige and have another addition to your headless friends. What did you say your name was? Tarjak?
I'm gonna step over to Grumthar.
Oh, Tarnik.
Clan Bazgoth. I am chosen of Ganache.
Oh, really?
I am the vengeance that comes.
They're so dramatic.
I'm gonna
aren't they?
murmur. I'm gonna murder. I'm gonna like murmur in silence while as he's giving out his titles. Like, also the idiot. I'll make it like loud enough for him to hear it.
Shiv will walk up beside Cub.
What the hell is Shiv? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I haven't got control of him.
Let me skip.
And he will fire up his flames and stomp on the ground next to Cub.
Is
And
I'm gonna slide over to Grumthar.
there we go.
Grumthar, there's a spell-casting goblin up there. We must make sure he does not interfere.
And look to where he's highlighted him for me.
Right there.
Are you telling me to pursue it at this moment, or wait?
I'm saying we need to make sure he does not interfere.
I will make it my personal objective.
My friend.
And as this is happening, you see the orc just pushes this bugbear out of the way, steps up, says, "All right, well, to the fighting pits we go." And you can see that he has like his lower jaw is completely gone. It's like a black iron jaw that he wears. Says, "All right, Tarja, let's go ahead and have this battle. I've been bored all day."
I'm gonna interrupt him. That's Tarnik of Clan Bazgoth.
Yes, that's what I said. So,
You would do well to remember before your death.
I've heard that one before. I do have a bad memory. And he will
Grom's
start
gonna
walking
shout
as
at
these
the,
guys move forward too.
Grom's gonna motion to the bugbear.
You coming? Are you afraid?
Says, "First, let me behead your friend, and then you'll be next." I'm sure.
Grom's gonna walk right up to him and be very confrontational and be like,
You don't make the rules, Worm. Remember your place. Take a knee first.
He says, I think you're getting it wrong. Your friend is Worms now, the one that we beheaded. I'm alive. Get it right.
Grom's gonna say, Grom is trying to provoke him, like he's trying to get him to get.
Yeah, that's kind
emotional.
of interesting because he's kind of doing the same thing. I guess it.
Grom's gonna say,
Like I said, Worm. Take a knee first to be worthy.
which actually doesn't really have any factor on the law. Grom's just trying to rile him up.
Intimidate.
This is going to be an interesting kind of roll here. Go ahead and I guess roll for intimidation because he's trying to do the same thing to you.
Okay, so just a straight intimidation check. Okay.
I think it's either I would guess it would just have to fall under intimidation, yeah. And then he's trying to do the same. So well, it's a little slow right now, but come on. What the heck happened here? Sorry.
Wow, Grom. Nice.
It's okay.
I had this opened already, but did the internet slow down for me?
Maybe. But
What the heck?
Bordak is going to keep an eye on everybody else to make sure they don't jump in. Because the second they jump in, he jumps in.
Yeah, that's.
There we go. Okay.
Grom would be very happy to know that Bordak is thinking about that, but didn't officially communicate about that. Okay.
That's the only one he can roll is that one, so... Ooh, dang, he has
that's
a
why-
large advantage on that. Well, let's see what he does. Can I not roll it?
Roll
Oh.
one.
So, even with that, he still gets a 20 for his trying to do his intimidation thing.
Yeah,
Wow,
both got
okay,
the
so
same
they-
number.
So they had. So maybe neither of them gets intimidated. Is that what you're kind of?
Yeah, they're kind of like throwing jabs at each other, but he's keeps on walking nonchalant, waiting for Tarnik to follow, if he's following. This guy's standing here, not quite sure what's going on, but ready, and the other ones are following behind. This one over here, she seems to like jump over here, jumps over here, and then jumps on top of this tower over here. But anyway, eventually he would go all the way down these stairs and stand here.
So
And then this guy would stand here. He would follow. And then this guy would
the
be...
bugbear follows down in there.
Yeah, and then this guy follows...
Grom would actually go right up next to him and wait and watch the match from like literally right next to him, like uncomfortably close.
Grumthar, you can roll a perception.
Okay. Perception. My specialty.
And Grom
Oh,
would look
wow.
over at the bugbear and be like,
Have you been neutered since last time we met? Is something less effective about you?
So
18 perception for you. You can go ahead and roll me another intimidation check on there. Grumthar, you would be able to tell that this female orc up here is really good at keeping track of people. She's keeping a track on you wherever you're moving. And you see this guy pretty much just moved to the edge of this right here.
well, as ordered, I've been watching the guy up there on that plank, and I've been edging myself toward, looking for a way. I assume this is some sort of cliff face.
Yeah, that's a cliff face about, it's about a good 15 feet up.
Yeah, I'd be working my way. Look, if a way up isn't evident, I would start to climb that cliff face.
This guy, she would start signaling as if you are attempting to climb. This guy would start. You see him move his hands. Well, you couldn't
Can he
see
even
from.
see me?
He couldn't do that.
No,
He couldn't. You couldn't see him moving his hands. You might.
But could he even see me?
No, he can't see you, but everybody else would probably be able to see him move his hands. And
okay.
you see
With
some
Brahms.
shimmering, something shimmer basically, but that's about it. And then he goes back to
okay.
watching.
Did Grom send a message to Grumthar, like a via the message spell?
Oh yeah, I mean if he has that. So we'll do this really quick. We'll probably do one quick round. But Tarnik, go ahead and roll initiative, and then he'll roll initiative.
Grom's
What did
message
it-
spell is going to say,
Careful. His hands are shimmering. He's casting something. Don't be afraid to take him out.
Grom really wants hell to break loose. He's just the only reason he's keeping any semblance of order is because out of respect for Tarnik. But if there's any reason to break it, he's going to break it. Any reason.
Cool.
I'm gonna yell
Above
at
table.
Oh.
Above table. Shiv is a nightmare. He can fly. He will. He is standing next to Bordak, waiting for an instruction.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna send him over here with. There you go. I'm gonna send him over there with Grumthar.
okay, so you're okay. So right there, that's where everybody's going to position. Then when initiative starts with Tarnik and Mr. Blackjaw here.
I haven't rolled my initiative. Was I supposed to?
No. It's only Tarnik and Blackjaw right here. If everybody jumps,
okay.
then yeah, I'll have everybody else roll initiative. I already got initiative for everybody else for these guys, but if something else happens, then yeah.
Oh, Grom is holding right now. He's holding.
Cool. And
There.
I'm gonna yell at the leader, or what looks like the leader. Tell the goblin to stay out of it.
he pretty much just
or we
ignores
will
you.
Get into it.
He ignores you, and it says, well then, let's start. What was it again? Morjack? Alright, Morjack, let's do this. And,
Yeah.
Keith...
Bordak, at least get inventive with your insults.
Oh,
I'm like,
Morjack.
wait, one more thing.
Go and learn from that dwarf. He'll teach you how to insult an orc properly.
and then, so you got a 12 and you got a 5? And he just looks at
Yeah.
you and, well, he can't really smile. Maybe you see some lips above his black jaw to kind of lift a little bit with his tusks, and he will rush toward you.
Hey, DM,
Yeah.
before they start, when the moment that Tarnik says, learn from the dwarf of how to insult someone, I'm gonna intervene. I'm gonna be like, yeah, take it from this idiot over there. He can't even take a hit. And I'm kind of cast a shield of fate, or like as I'm doing that, I'm
Don't
giving
do
him
it.
like secretly, I'm glowing,
Don't do it.
giving him shield of faith.
Yes.
Boosted
yes.
AC.
Beautiful.
Grom likes this.
Does that take
No,
verbal,
stay out
somatic,
of
or
it.
anything like that?
Let me see. Where'd it go?
Verbal.
Yeah, it's verbal.
It's verbal.
So you can't, or else he'll.
So it's
or else
shield of
they'll
face,
hear it.
verbal, somatic, and material. Okay. So it is
Doesn't
verbal
care
and
if they-
somatic. So I just got to do something really quick here.
In Grom's opinion, he never saw or heard you cast that, and if any of them make another move, it's game on. Party v party fight. And
Yeah,
they're
no, I'm trying to-
dishonorable.
Yeah, but not if Cub threw in a spell.
Yeah, but Grom is ready to ignore it. Pretend it-
Grom is just wanting to get in there.
yeah.
Swear.
Regardless,
But basically, I'm
Tonic will
kind of
take
throwing
his.
it out there, like as in a stealthy way. That way, it gives them that boost. But yeah,
Okay. I just needed to see that.
So-
Okay, cool. I know. All right. So I just need to know
So-
if somebody sees something. But anyway, Blackjaw moves all the way over to Tarnik.
As soon as he gets within 5 feet, Tonic hits him with an opportunity attack with his polearm.
Oh, okay.
So, what's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
17 to hit?
17 will miss as he just sidesteps.
Yeah.
And then he keeps moving forward. Let's see. And then, let's see. Does he want to do? No, he's going to go ahead and do that. So with this... Sorry. I had read all that, but let me see. Okay.
You probably had it all set up for a big group fight. Now it's one-on-one, you can't find anything.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so that one. Okay, so he's gonna do that, and he does. Okay, so those are with advantage. Okay, so he's gonna do. Additional. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and attack. This one is gonna be with an advantage. First attack. Come on.
So do I have the Shield of Faith?
Yeah, you would have the
Yes.
shield of faith then. What's it do?
So you're aiming for 25.
5.
25 AC.
Okay, so that is... Okay, cool. I was trying to read it really quick, making sure. I thought that was the one where he rolled wisdom. Okay, so the second attack is a 31. That's a crit.
31 will hit. Ooh.
Oh my god.
.32 slashing damage. Third attack will miss, which goes to Tarnik now.
It was 32 or 31?
32
Sorry. 32.
damage slashing.
Yep.
Dang.
Tonic takes the hit and goes, good hit, my friend. But I did tell you, I am chosen of Ganache. And he will use his channel divinity and abjure enemy. Oh, too many things. As an action, you can choose a creature within 60 feet, make a wisdom saving throw 16.
Wisdom saving throw 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get it to go up on the thing.
See.
There we go.
Okay. This one says for okay. Okay, so he does have. Good thing though is saving throws is not wisdom, but he does have advantage against that. He does roll a 20.
So his speed is halved for 1 minute,
Okay.
or until he takes any damage. Oh well. That's not as strong as I thought it would be. It worked well the first time I used it.
All right.
All right. So for his bonus action, he will, if allowed, he will go. Come on, keep up with me, and he'll misty step over to here.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I think that was 30 feet.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Well then, all right. That was enough for the turn. It's already 15 past, so guess we'll pause right there at the end of the first turn while I figure out how one-on-one works with legendary actions. I'm not really sure how that works.
Oh,
Legendary actions.
have I picked up something that I shouldn't have?
What did you... Prom, what did you get us into?
What did you?
I don't know if legendary action, but I guess it still takes at the end of another creature, so I guess maybe he still does the legendary and then continues his turn again. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, we'll pause right there and we will continue next week. Wow. Why do I keep thinking there's something next week for me? I'll make sure though. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end stream. Thank you, everyone, for watching and future watchers. And we'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.